Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talent.
Oh, if it's possible.
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hu Tao invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun? Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Hold on. Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Oh, let see! Someone here knows how to encourage... Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli, too. He gave me lots of... Oh, so that's how you were...
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our Zhongling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both my suggestions were nothing more than the...
Oh, the two of you... Oh! Now, anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe.
That sounds like it might become a...
How about I sample the dishes next?
Speaking of eating... Oh, Hu Tao was the one who invited us, but... Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite, without Guoba helping. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me, seems like it's...
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch someone in person? Could it be... Kuchi?
She didn't clarify. And as her
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Oh, I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and to convene here with all of you
It's almost Lantern Rite. Yet you took all the...
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yanxiao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are great.
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh? Finally remembered me? When we arrived just now, the host at Xinyue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
would have never guessed the person Hu Tao went to.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I finally...
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Chong, I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook. I didn't think we'd have the
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal. Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons. Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay?
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on it.
What's your truly...
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a...
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun. We all worked really hard this year. Cooking, helping with the family business, exercising evils, and of course, our consultant, who's been... Everyone has done some As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying...
Huh? Sounds kind of self-important, but... Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into...
It wasn't as complicated as you
Going.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of Demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn. Hero of I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name.
I know you. You're the 7. Is there something you need?
That does sound like when...
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao...
There might...
It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationship.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans, the Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wang Sheng funeral. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the...
That's right. 1 point for the... But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me... You know him pretty well.
This matter is out of my control.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with... Besides, it'll only be for a short while as...
But I didn't expect there to be so many...
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yet...
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh?
I'm siding with Chunk. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their...
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xianglin told me that...
It sounds like you've heard the...
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before. You should know him.
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
And cultivated by time. Did Paimon just have voice?
If I'm not mistaken... don't just sit there, Zhang. No such need. I'm coming in. You finally let me... Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter.
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat.
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the Whoa, these dishes look amazing!
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genu?
Genu?
Yep. Now that I've taken I met Singcho at a light novel convention. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering you're...
Could this new guest be Master Singcho's friend?
Yes, yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few...
You've already forgotten bards go around...
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody.
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Fu...
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if...
That's very considerate.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss...
Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well... Shao, you're an adeptus.
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering...
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable. Huh? Shao's a warrior!
Really? I've actually heard a few... The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern...
Now that you mention it, I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his work's witty and vibrant. It's no...
No, I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is... There's one I heard a while back that went... the meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of...
I think so, too. If I were to give it a go, an old melon on a vine, a new flower...
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to...
You have great taste, Venti.
Of course!
Hey, Shincho! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge.
I don't think it...
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the Tone Deaf Bard here?
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite Music Festival this year. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration. As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, the Iridescence Tour has finally been held successfully for once. Don't think... By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever people are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling, the festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly. And we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. To come together with all of you at the beginning, in a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case.
Very well said, Mr. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later...
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts!
What's with the urgency?
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after...
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then.
Seems like our new friend.
I deserve no such praise. I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something nonsensical?
No such thing. I wouldn't dare
Are you all right? It's hard. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes the Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. But this time... No. So you know his true identity. I'll get straight to the Animo Archon is a free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute. And that's something I might never be able to do. No matter. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels... Yes, the parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted, but I didn't expect the other guests to be. General Capisis always said that we should live in the present, but I think he meant designing clothes for those... Clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. I never saw him wear this during the war.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding.
You're not.
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked this Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching. To be honest, you looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yanchao.
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head...
Please wait! There's another reason why... Here, take these!
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yanshao and I are not only... I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good... I'll be honest. Before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me. Told me... So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly...
Thank you for the trouble. I'll take them.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels...
Okay.
Alrighty, we should head back now. You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon. How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious bit. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think that...
Oh? Is this some...
Nope. This is something I made up so that spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense. To the most, lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real... If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that...
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certain. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our...
Is this really the way this...
It's not a big... Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Please stop! You're making me embarrassed. If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue Harbor.
Huh? Don't get...
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all...
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness. Which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled...
Huh? Now you're not... I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among every...
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, that's right. Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people. No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again. Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Does that mean... Oh, well...
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome. But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Ah, the traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon plays an indispensable...
You guys... those were genuine dumb. Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but...
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon.
That is...
That means Paimon is as important to the... Looks like we've come to an agreement.
I trust the traveler's...
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the... Here you go. Take the match, and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2-for-1 coupon. It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go.
Yep, the tea was amazing, too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Singcho...
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me. It was great getting to know you all.
Bye. Oh. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later.
Understood. See you later.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli. I live as a mortal in Liyue Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at... If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully
Heaven forbid. Not you too.
I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. The same truth will sound different coming from different people. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned from the evidence she found and the conclusion she made. But there are multiple sides. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, this was as true back then. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, so there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
I mean...
It looks like you understood. The director asked me to accompany you on your return. But I don't think... After that, it'll be time for me to go back and...
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone. Paimon always feels a little empty and split. At least you... No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side. Good, Shao. Is there anything else?
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate... Okay, I'll see you next time then.